This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Hi, welcome back. Let's spend the morning together. So I have a lot to do this morning and I wanted to take you along with me. First, I need to clean up the craft room. It's not terribly messy. It's definitely been worse. I love to start my week out with a clean space. So that is number one on our list. Clean up the craft room. Oh, and I obviously already got ready for the day. I already had breakfast. Oh, I made my tea. Where is it? Made my tea. So all the boring stuff is out of the way. So now we can get to work. So I will first clean up the craft room. Let's do a fun little montage. We're all nice and tidy now. And now I have a little bit of yarn to put away that I haven't yet. I got more bloom chenille yarn and I've actually had this for quite a bit because if you watched my one video where I was making the floral giraffe, I needed more of this yarn. I hate to admit that this bag has been sitting under my chair for like a month maybe. I need to put this away, get rid of this bag, not be a trash goblin. So I'll show you the colors that I got. I have this purple and white color. This is lilac. And then I got two of these blue ones. This is larkspur. And then I got tulip. This one is just gorgeous. It almost looks like a strawberries and cream type of dessert. And then of course cherry blossom. Just a beautiful pink and white. So you know I love all things floral. And I really like making plushies in this. If you didn't already see my gardener pattern, it's out in my shop now, but I made this little flower gardener and I used bloom chenille for her little overalls there. And I just love how that turned out. So I want to make a few more of these, and honestly, just any doll pattern, if I can use bloom chenille to give it like a floral top, it's like one of my favorite things. And I would like to make a few more dolls to sell on my website because if you watch my other blog, I did sell some plushies recently. And I know a lot of you make and sell plushies too. So if you don't already have a website to sell your plushies on, I would definitely check out Squarespace. Squarespace really is one of the best platforms for entrepreneurs and creatives to succeed online. And it's really great because you can easily build a website with no prior web design experience, and it really takes no time at all. It has all the tools so you can sell physical goods as well as digital content and services. And there's also flexible website templates, so you can get started with a professionally designed Squarespace website template where you can customize the look, update the content, and then add the features to fit your needs. So if you're like me and you want to sell plushies and digital patterns on your own website, you can use my link to save 10% off of a new website or domain using the code WonderCrochet. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video and for being such a big supporter of my channel. And thank you to all of you in advance for checking them out. So let's get back into our morning routine. Thankfully, I didn't go too overboard on buying these yarns because finding space for them is always the issue. And I know I have the new bookshelf that I do have room on still, surprisingly, but I want to put all of them here, and I think they'll fit if I kind of mash them down, and I can put some behind too. See, they easily fit. I could even get some more too. Just kidding. Now I have a bit of computer work to do. If you didn't know, I started a Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically a membership site where you can get different perks for different tiers that you sign up for. And I've been meaning to start one for years, honestly, and just haven't been able to. So I finally did launch my Patreon. I'll link it in the description if anyone's interested, and you can check out the tiers and everything that you get there. But with the Magic Circle tier, every month you get one of my paid patterns. And for this first month, I let my Magic Circle members choose which pattern they wanted. So I just basically have to go through all of those and send off the patterns to all the members. Also, if you're watching this and you already joined, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun over there. So I'm going to work on that for a little bit, but I did want to show you my newest pattern. And if you're on my Patreon, you've already seen this, but it is my no-sew shark pattern. I'm super excited about this pattern. It's another no-sew sea animal pattern. This is my third one, fourth if you include the turtle, but it's not a sea turtle, so third. But I wanted to make it no-sew because it can work up pretty quickly, so it would be great for markets. And I also just wanted to see if I could do it. If I could make all the different pieces crocheted on instead of sewn on. And so it was a fun little challenge for me. I did make this a little bit smaller than like my crab pattern. So as you can see, it's a little bit smaller, not much smaller, but I do read your comments, and I know a lot of you use burlap blanket yarn. So when you make some of the patterns, it turns out pretty big because burlap blanket is just a large yarn. So I've started to make things just a little bit smaller to cater to everyone. But speaking of that, I want to make my shark in several different yarn types, just to show like a size comparison of them all. So I did put a poll up on Patreon for what yarn I'm going to use next, but I will be making this in several different yarns instead of just my regular super bulky chenille yarn. I sent all the patterns off on Patreon, and I was thinking it would be fun to take you to my favorite tea shop so that we can work from there. I do need to type up my shark pattern and get the tester call posted too, so it would be fun to just work from somewhere else. Mr. Wonder Crochet isn't working from home today, so I'm by myself. And if you know me, I prefer to be around people when I work. I'm definitely an extrovert in that way. So I think it would be fun to take a trip to the tea shop. And Joann is actually not far from the tea shop, so we can go shopping together a little bit. But first, before we go, I want to do a little bit of crocheting. There's the sweetest family in my town that has their own chickens and ducks, and that's where I get all of our chicken eggs. And she's been so kind to, you know, provide me with eggs whenever I need them. And so I wanted to crochet 2 little mini chickens for her 2 kids, but I wanted to finish these up because there's a farmer's market this week, and I wanted to take these with me to give to her and her kids. So let's finish up these chickens, and we'll pack up our stuff, head to Joann, head to the tea shop, and then we'll wrap up our morning together. So I obviously have the bodies made and the little beaks on there. It's just so cute and little. I want to add the I can't remember what it's called, the red part on top, and the eyes. I haven't decided if I'm going to embroider the eyes with black worsted weight yarn or if I'm going to use little safety eyes. I'm gonna have to put them in and see what I think. And yes, I did already close it up, but I prefer to glue my safety eyes in anyway, just because I prefer the look of it and they stay in really well that way. So let's create the little red top part that I can't remember the name of, and then we'll add the eyes on here. Oh, and of course I'm watching Animal Crossing building videos as I do this, as usual. I finished the little chicken and love how he turned out. And I feel like safety eyes were the right move. So now let's head to Joann. Here we are at Joann. Check out that skeleton in the window. They had a lot of cute like college dorm stuff, like this pillow and then this really cute mushroom picture holder, which I probably should have gotten. And then they had these mugs that were only $5.99. And you know how I feel about mugs. This one was just so cute with the little pumpkins on it. I love all the fall decor that they have out already. Speaking of fall decor, they have a ton of Halloween stuff. Halloween isn't really my vibe. I'm more of a fall happy pumpkin kind of girl. And these were really cute, but I feel like I could make those on my own. Again, tons of Halloween stuff. Not really my vibe, but if you're looking for it, it's all on sale. And then I found the clearance section with all the stuff for 70% off. So I'll do a haul at the end. Of course, I found the Big Twist Posh, which is back in stock. And I was looking at the different yarns that they had to decide what I want to get for my shark to get a little bit of a bigger yarn. So I was looking at the different Bernat yarns. Let's do a little haul. I wanted to do this in the car now since we're going to the tea shop next. So please ignore the fact that this is on my phone and not on my camera. So first, I got some yarn and I got Big Twist Plush, which I haven't tried yet, and it's giving burlap blanket. If you can see, it does say that it's a size 6 super bulky, but it's definitely much bigger than like a Perfect Chunky or a Honey Bunny. But like I said, I want to make sharks in different yarn sizes, and so I'm gonna make a purple and white shark, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. As you know, I'm not a huge burlap blanket fan because I just feel like it's a little bit hard to work with sometimes, just because it's not as smooth as the other chenille yarns, but I'm very excited to try this. I haven't used burlap blanket in years, so I'm hoping that my opinion changes to like these. And then I had to get some things because they were having a clearance on the spring and summer stuff, but their spring stuff has mushrooms, but their fall stuff has mushrooms too. So I think mushrooms can be an all-season type of thing. But they had these cute little napkins, and I thought that this would be perfect for a little outdoor tea party, along with these little plates. And I really got these because for all these plates it was $1.50, so can't pass up a good deal, and these will be perfect for a little tea party outside. And then along the same mushroom lines, I got this table runner because we don't have a table runner, and I think that it would look really nice. This will be perfect for fall and for spring apparently. And then I got this as well, and these were both on clearance. Gorgeous, they'll look great in the house. I'm very excited. Kind of regret not getting the pumpkin mug because it was only $5.99, but when I'm telling you, we do not have space for another mug. But I love mugs so much, so when we move, then I'll have more space for mugs. But if you like fall mugs, these are only $5.99 at Joann. Go check it out. So now let's head to the tea shop, do some work, get something tasty to drink. I made it to the beautiful tea shop. There was a train that was going by. Just look how gorgeous and cozy it is in here. I got a really tasty strawberry tea, and then I was just set up here editing for the rest of the morning. So thank you so much for spending the morning with me, and thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. As always, I'll see you again real soon.